Okay. Welcome back. Okay. Welcome back. Mother sucker lovers, I'm sorry. No, welcome back to Shit That's Just Life. Episode 39 with your girl, with your sister, your favorite life coach, Cecil. Okay. We are here. You all right? Me, Ramirez, you're here.
That's
okay.
Right.
We got our guest here. We are just going to relate today because it's been a little weekend. It's been a week. It's truly been a week for me. I don't know about anybody else out there, but it's been a week. I feel like it's been poking the bear, but it's been a week. I've been persevering through the week. I am good though. You know, perseverance is my way to go. So
you even made a brand about it. About it that I'm currently wearing.
A full collection for perseverance, you all.
That's right.
He's wearing it, literally. But yeah, I've just been persevering through the week, mentally, you know. So you all, before we get started though, I just want to let Jada Kiss kind of bring us in because I've been feeling a little down. So it's just time to let Jada bring us in, you know. We'll get him in here. Before we do that, I do want to share a story with you all.
Wait, before you go, Ceci, I'm sorry, but is this the story that you said is going to be the? So in the car on the way here, we were told that there's going to be some news, and I'm wondering if this is what this is. If this is going to be the.
And I wouldn't put it like that. I didn't say really a drop. I really stated like, okay, it's going to be. I'm gonna put Jada on pause.
Okay.
But basically, what it was is that my morning was today.
Yes.
So
eventful.
Yes, I'm curious to know what everybody had for breakfast besides me. You know, what did you eat for breakfast?
I ate a very normal, I would say healthy breakfast. Not to brag.
Okay, what did you have?
I had some oatmeal.
Okay.
Got the protein in. Got some eggs and coffee, of course.
Coffee.
Yeah. Oh. So very healthy, very normal breakfast.
Okay.
And you had a less traditional breakfast on your side.
Yeah.
Right?
Was that coffee like black or?
No, I have a little bit of cream in there. It's very
creamer. Okay.
Yeah, I don't put sugar in it, but okay. Just creamer.
I was curious. Yeah, no.
And you had cereal or you had
Yeah, no.
you had some
eggs,
toast.
Yeah. I had sausage, eggs, biscuit,
that's nice.
croissant, hot tea.
Right.
You know, if it was in my world, of course.
Oh, so that's not what you had.
In reality, I had a freaking tow truck for breakfast. Yeah. We had a tow truck for breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a tow truck for breakfast. And then not only did we have a tow truck for breakfast, we had like a side of dessert. And the side of dessert was like a good 180.
Okay.
So you got a tow truck for breakfast, a side of dessert for 180.
Okay, and then this is so the opposite of a tow truck is what you're saying.
So basically, the tow truck, we go pick up the car. We wake up this morning, me and my boyfriend. We wake up in the morning. We're planning, you know. We're like, we're going to get out, you know. Sure. Let's get out.
Yeah.
So we're going to get out. We're going to, you know, stretch our legs, all right? He goes outside, and he's like, the car isn't there. And I'm like, you're kidding me.
Yeah.
He's kidding. You know, he's from the UK.
He's known to joke.
He's known to joke.
Yeah.
You know, he's from the UK. I'm like, that is some type of sarcasm from the UK. Is that a joke from the UK?
So anyway, let's go in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I look outside and I don't see the car. I'm like, hold on, where did you park? And then I'm like, hold on, you literally parked in front of my apartment. Like literally. So I'm like, the car is gone. So he's trying not to panic.
Okay.
He's like, I'm trying not to panic. That's literally what he said. Mm-hmm. He said, I'm trying not to panic. Well, I was already panicking. Mm-hmm. So he can try not. I was already panicking, like hyperventilating on the inside. So, you know, off the bat, I'm like, don't panic, because he's already panicking. After he said, I'm trying not to panic. Right. He starts to panic.
Yeah,
he's already panicking.
He's breathing heavy.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, this has happened before. So I remembered who to go ask. Ask my sister.
Yes.
Hey, what is that tow truck information? Mm-hmm. You know, I'm like, what is the tow truck information? So I'm like, all we can do is check to see that first before we start to accuse people of being thieves.
Right. So that thought crossed your mind that it was potentially stolen.
I was hoping it was stolen.
You were okay. Why?
I would have preferred stolen over getting told. Like,
okay.
No, I know it sounds crazy, but
no, that's interesting.
These tow trucks nowadays, you be like, somebody just might as well steal it at this point.
Right.
But I'm glad it wasn't stolen. Of course not.
Yes. Ultimately, I'm
glad it wasn't stolen.
Takeaway.
So we find out they told it. Of course, they so happy they couldn't wait to tell me. Yeah, it should have been registered. It should have been registered to the apartment. Mm-hmm. I'm like, registered? All right. He's been over here like how many times?
And it's not been an issue.
The car has never been registered, never been told. So I'm like, okay, because I guess you got to do like a little register when you pull up to people's apartments.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay.
Now, is it possible that the apartment building owner has beef with you, and this is a conspiracy? Is that a consideration at all? You know what?
Mm-hmm. That is a consideration. Because I said, you know what? I said specifically, they're not just riding around. You get what I'm saying? People got stuff to do on Saturday night.
Right.
So I'm like, they're not just riding around. You get what I'm saying? And they did my sisters like that, Uh-huh. They did my sister's car like that. They didn't busted into her car. Yeah, they towed her car, and the tow truck like dented her car, they didn't want to pay for it. Right. So then when I talked to my landlord, she's like, "Oh, I didn't know anything about it." Of course, she doesn't. So yeah,
not to stir the pot. I'm just bringing it up as a possibility.
It is. That's exactly what I said.
Okay. that your mind first went to, I hope it's stolen, and then second was, if this is a tow,
we know who it is.
We know
exactly who it is. Yeah. So we got the car back. Okay. We get down there, and first, before we get down there, I'm already upset.
Right, I can imagine.
Because I don't like waking up like...
It's bad news.
It's not even bad news. I don't like waking up to action. Like, I had to take action.
Sure.
I couldn't even properly say good morning to my sister. I don't even know if I said good morning to her. I'm like, did I even say good morning?
Yeah.
Did I ever brush my teeth? Yeah. Like, it's just so much that happened. But I do know that's how life goes sometimes. Sometimes you don't always wake up, birds chirping. Sometimes you got to wake up getting straight to action because that's just life. All right? So that's what I took out of today's morning. But in the series of events, before we head up there, my boyfriend is kind of like lagging in my eyes. I'm like, he's moving a little slow, Me, I'm already upset that we got to get up and get to action.
You're heated.
I'm a little heated.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what's going on, babe? What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on.
Now, when you say moving slow, like physically slow, or he's just like, maybe he's not processing things very quickly? He
was really still in shock that the car was even towed.
Okay.
So I think that's really what it was, is that he was still in shock that the car was towed. And he's like, I've been here multiple times. What place just tows your full car? Mind you, he's from the UK. So he's like, what place just totals your full car? I can see if they were just to, put a note or...
Sure.
Of course, that's what he said. A note. Or, ticket or something on you. So I was like, okay. And so I was like, I know, it's very rare. Mm-hmm. Typically, the car never has been towed before. Let's go get it. I went to go get the cash from the bank. From my debit card, because he only has Apple Pay at the moment. So they're they
don't take that
on the phone. Yeah. They're like, so the address is such. Uh-huh. And make sure you have $170.46 cash.
Oh, that's crazy.
Very demanding.
Yeah.
Very demanding from somebody that just, what y'all do? What time y'all take it? Around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning? Because I woke up at 7.
Right.
You
woke up at 7? Okay.
Yeah, I woke up at 7 this morning. So I'm like, what time did you guys take this? Mm-hmm. He got over there pretty late. Mm-hmm. So what time did you guys, who called you?
Well, I think we know who called. at this point.
I'm sick of that lady. I'm telling you, I'm really sick of her.
Again, not to stir the pot, but
yeah, I'm sick of that lady. But anyways, I hope she watches this episode. But
do you think she's is she a fan of the show?
Oh, she becomes one.
Yeah. Shout out to the apartment complex lady.
Yeah. Shout out to you. This message is to you. On
the off chance that she does watch, you don't want to.
Yeah. I'm not.
Does she know about it? Have you been like, hey, you should listen?
No, never. No.
No. So she'd have to find out about it like through some like poster or something.
Right. Yeah. But let me get back to the good stuff.
Yeah, of course.
He's a little shocked, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, I'll get the cash. You just be ready. I'll hit the Uber. We got to get ready to Uber over there since we don't have a car. Got to Uber over there. Yes. So we go pick up the car. We Uber over there. And because it's only like 12 minutes away. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, let's Uber. We're Uber over there. And we get there. Before we get there, he was hesitant because he's like, well, won't I have to be the owner of the vehicle? I said, that's not what they said. So let's just go. He's like, oh, no, I think we should call. I said, if you don't come on, because...
Yeah, because you're already heated at this
I'm already upset.
Yes.
You're not from here. Mm-hmm. Let me take lead on this situation.
I'm not understanding what he was thinking. So he's saying because he wasn't...
The owner of the vehicle, this was his sister's vehicle. Oh. So because it's not his vehicle, he's like, what if they don't give me the car? What if it needs to be my actual sister who needs to pick it up? It's a lot of what ifs.
Right. So, but we need to get there, and you're thinking we just need to get this done
because it's 9 a.m.
You're right. It's 9 a.m.
Let's not forget.
Right.
It's 9 a.m. So
at this point, for everyone, I was asleep at 9 a.m. So all this is happening, and you
get what I'm saying? Yes. That's what I said. Yes. I need to stop for some wine before I got here, people.
Yes.
This was needed. This was not wanted. This was needed. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is 9 a.m. He's being a little hesitant. And I haven't eaten a thing.
Yeah, it's the recipe for disaster.
This is just, life is life right now, people. He is seeing a whole nother side of me.
It's beyond you.
Yes. And he's like, you're seeming a little,
flustered.
What's the term I want to use? Like, no, like, like you're nagging at me,
He told you this?
You're coming at me, Okay. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm sorry, darling. I typically don't send my Saturdays at tow trucks.
Right. Yes.
No, but I took charge and we get there. Mm-hmm. Our Uber comes, we get there, and we find the place. We get inside. I'm like, get your ID ready. We're going in there. We're taking charge. We're not asking questions. I told him, hey, I'd rather ask for forgiveness than ask for permission.
Of course.
So we're going to get in there. We're going to get out of there.
Yes.
All right? So we're going to get in there, show your ID, give the 170, sign the little paper, get out of there.
No questions. Just
don't say nothing.
Right.
Don't say nothing.
I think, okay.
Because
of course, yes.
He was asking some questions. He was like, are you sure? Should we just...
Yes.
I said, if they don't ask you, you don't offer.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Don't ask what they're not,
okay,
bringing up in the first place.
So I'm like, sweet cheek. So I'm like, babe.
You call him that?
No. I should though.
Okay, you should. Yeah.
No, I'm like, babe, just relax. Mm-hmm. Let's go in there. Let's just try to get in and get out. So the thing is this. On top of us getting in there, we never called his sister to tell her, to enlighten her that the car was towed. We tried to do this without her. Knowing.
Sure.
We're like, we got to get this without her knowing. We can do this without her knowing, right? We definitely can do this without her knowing.
Sure.
Just bring the car back in one piece, like nothing ever happened.
Like nothing ever happened.
I felt like we were like two 17-year-olds again. Yeah. Freak.
Yeah.
So.
In and out.
We get there. Uh-huh. They're like, what's the make and model?
Okay.
We're like, okay, so I remember TLX, Acura TLX. Mm-hmm. Like that. Okay. She's like, what's the VIN and or the plate number?
Surely he knows this.
He knows nothing. I'm like, surely you have a picture in your phone. Right. Something, somewhere.
Somewhere it's saved.
You got to have something. He starts scrolling and he's like,
oh, no.
Oh, I don't have anything.
I'd hate to be this guy at this moment right now.
He's like, I think we got to call her. Well, I'm not here. If you call her, I'm in bed. I was never here. Hell, I went to work, okay? Because you're doomed. So he calls her. But then again, I was like, you know what? Call her. Because we're in Texas. I'm sure she's well aware of how it works out here.
Sure.
When it comes to towing. So, and I was like, if she is indeed smart and sleepy, she won't ask all those questions right now.
She don't want to go right back to bed herself.
Yes, and then she'll ask questions later.
Yes.
Once she revisit her phone. Why did you ask me for my make and model at 9 a.m. this morning? You know? So she sends him the information. Oddly, she's smarter than I thought.
Okay.
She texts us back. After he asked for her make and model, she said the car is towed.
Okay.
I said, oh,
yeah. Well.
Yeah, she said so is the car. One. She's like, the car is towed. So he had to admit that the car was sold from there, you know. So we get the car back. But as I'm up there helping him get the car back, the lady is being a little difficult.
So, at the towing place.
Yeah. So she tells us where to go. And I really wanted to go get the car.
Of course. At this point, it's what, 10 a.m.?
Yeah. So, like, meaning he does all the paperwork. We pay the money. I'm like, just give me the keys and I'll go grab the car. You know? But I was like, you know what, Cece? He's the man. Let him get the car.
Okay.
He looked confused when she said the direction. My poor baby looked confused when she said the direction.
What was it? What did she say exactly?
She said, go through the door, go up, make a little left.
Okay. And he was not picking up on what she was saying?
My baby looked so like... my baby just looked, he was just still in shock that he was at a tow truck at 9 a.m.
Yes.
Just paid $180 for a truck.
Right.
I mean, for a car. That had never been towed before from this one place. My poor baby.
I would probably be in a similar mind where I'm like, just, flustered.
He was very much flustered.
To put it lightly.
Yes. Yeah. And it was just his way of just trying to stay calm. So he gets in the car, he finds it. I'm like, you know what? Screw this. We're out of here. We paid our dues. We signed our
Okay.
Getting out of here. You know, I'm ready to put the middle finger up. Shoo. I'm ready to, but I didn't. So I go back outside. I'm standing out there. I'm talking to the people. I'm like, hola, chica. I'm happy now. I'm ready to go. Okay. We're about to get some food. I can feel a little better. We got the car back.
Energy's back.
We're good. We're good, people. We're back. We're back and we're better.
Yes.
15 minutes later, I'm still sitting outside.
Right.
I call him, babe, where are you? He's like, I don't know how to get out.
Yeah.
I said, figure it out.
Okay. just like that, and you hang up on the phone?
No, I didn't hang up on him.
You just said figure it out and leave him on?
I left him on for a second because I had to think about what the hell I just said.
Right.
And then he's like, well, babe, can you please help me get out of here?
Reasonable response.
I'm like, I can't even see you.
Right.
I'm literally on the other side of the gate.
Yes.
You know how the tow truck stuff is. You can't see that other side.
Yes.
You can't navigate somebody out of there. So I'm like, you got to start asking around.
Yes.
That's why I say figure it out. You are on the other side. You got to figure out how to get to me. So I'm like, ask around, babe. He's like, nobody's here. Well, start off with that one. Start off with, nobody's here, babe. Can you help me get out?
Sure.
Then I'll be like, all right.
No, I'm going to look. So he's in a different lot? Or?
Yeah, so technically, whenever they tow your car, you have like a sign where you go in to pay for everything, then you get access to the other side. It's just like a junkyard kind of,
Sure. Just like a big lot.
So I'm like, let me go back in. I run back in, I'll have the other Hispanics I was talking to, they were already leaving. I'm talking about the people I was like, hey, hola, chica.
That you were just a moment ago very friendly with.
Very friendly with. Yeah. They in their car, they gone.
Yeah.
I'm still standing outside.
Of course.
All right. So I go back in there. I'm saying, hey, my partner doesn't know how to get out of here. How do we get out? He's in there.
This is to who? To who are you saying this to?
To one of the ladies at the counter. The one that helped me initially was gone. She must have went on break or she must have got out of there.
Everyone's leaving.
Everybody's gone.
Right.
We just trying to get out of there.
Yes.
So I go back to the lady. I'm like, hey, how does my partner get out of here? So she's like, go through the gate.
Okay.
I said, go through the gate. He says, what gate?
Yeah, what gate? Yeah.
I said, what gate? I'm just, because at this point, you guys are just trying to poke the bear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I said, what gate? She says, any of the gates.
Okay, so there's multiple gates at this
That's
point.
That's what he's like, there's no gate.
There are no gates. Okay.
I just want to go home.
So you're in a tow lot at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
And you're being the middleman for two people who are not very, one person is not very communicative, the lady.
Yes.
And your boyfriend who's having some trouble finding the gates.
Because he's never been in this situation before. Right. How the heck do I get out of here?
There's a lot of frustration happening all at once.
And I'm just the middleman.
Right. And you're right in the middle of it.
So I'm like, please just find the gate. I don't know. I was like, do you see anything? He stated, maybe 5 minutes later, he's like, I don't see no gate. I'm going to keep looking, but I don't see no gate.
Now, is he driving or not at this point? Is he like circling a lot or something?
I can't see anything. I'm going to assume that is what he's doing.
That he's circling around.
That he at least tried to look around and then called me and said, hey, babe, need your help. You're right.
What you would hope wouldn't be happening is he's in one spot not moving at all.
Yeah.
We're hoping that's not what's happening.
If you're watching this, which I'm sure you will be later, we're going to hope you started moving around.
Yes.
But
by the way, I'm not trying to, look, this is a very stressful situation. We're just hoping that's not what's happening.
Yeah, we're good. We're good now. We're good now. The car is back. We're good now. Okay. But so after that, he states like 5 minutes later, oh, babe, I found it. Okay. I looked up. It says police impound exit.
Okay, great.
I'm like, okay, all right. Get on out of there. Just come on out here, people. So then we had to rush to go get some gas. Okay. And I, I was kind of rushing him. I'm like, can you come on? Can we go? I'm hungry.
Yes.
He doesn't really understand how I navigate without food. And I don't understand how to navigate without food.
Right.
So we get to 7-Eleven. Oh, they got some of the best wings. Grab some 7-Eleven wings. I feel better.
Nice. What flavor did you get?
They were some chicken wings. They were spicy regular. A little spicy regular wings. They were so good.
We got that last time that we did a
So it was so good. Yeah, so it was very good. And he never had it. So he doubted the food, of course. He was like, oh no. So then, all right, as soon as we got to the pump, he pumped the gas and we started driving. I fed him some chicken. He was like, oh my God. It was probably the best chicken he had. Exactly, total.
That 7-Eleven saved you. Saved both of you.
Yes. It did. It definitely saved us. But I was still bothered at the end of everything. As much as I tried to cool down, I was still bothered.
Right.
Partially because he had to leave like right at like noon. Or
right.
Like 11:25, like 11:30. He had to leave because he got to drive an hour back. So I'm like, we didn't spend 2 hours at the tow lot.
Right. And getting to the tow lot.
Spent almost $200, basically.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, you spent $200.
That's crazy.
Lost 2 hours.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Yeah. So that was the tow for the day.
That was the morning, okay.
Yeah, that's how it went. That was my morning. And I've been trying to rejuvenate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took a nap after that one. I took a nap.
I don't blame you for that one.
Yeah, I was just like, I need to. Even when we got back home, I couldn't function. I was just like, give me a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that decenters you.
Yes.
We would say we got to recenter.
Partially because I'm a happy-go-lucky girl, right. So when you got to wake up and get to action, you got to give me a second. Right. You guys are poking the bear.
And to be fair, you were happy-go-lucky for a second with those people at the lot. You were when you thought you were getting out of there, you were like, okay, I'm back.
We're good.
And then you were there for like another hour.
Another hour. Yes. Yes.
That's when things got bad.
Because then they don't want to help you direct. Yes. And then I'm trying to get directions from the Hispanics that are there. They're like, no English. No English.
Right. Well, yeah.
Yeah. But then he says no English, but yet he's trying to still have a conversation with me.
Well, he probably didn't know how to communicate the directions.
But he wanted to communicate everything else? Well, I'm trying to get out of here.
Right. Well, No,
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
I mean, I wasn't there at this place, but what I'm saying is I don't think that they were like, I'm actually not going to help her try to get out of here.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was like anything like that.
Yeah.
But they were more. I'm trying to get out of here, but morely they were trying to talk about the situation. Like, yeah, your car too. I woke up, no car outside.
Right. Maybe they felt the vibe shift. Maybe they felt the tone suddenly change when you were not getting out of there for like 30 minutes.
They knew they all.
So like, I got to get out of here.
Everybody knew, like, just going up there. Hey, we're all trying to get out of here.
Right. Yes.
That was crazy. But shit, that's just life. Mm-hmm. So let me switch it up for a minute. I thought my life was going a little hectic, though. I just wanted to give a little insider on how my morning went. Since everybody had eggs, bacon, and sausage.
Yes.
Me and my boyfriend, we had a tow truck. We had a $200 meal and 2 hours taken from us.
Now, before we move on from that, do you guys think that was something that was good that happened to you? Like, all things considered, obviously it's frustrating, but what I'm saying is, having like a frustrating experience with your partner can show you something about them, right?
Yeah.
It can show you, how they deal with a frustrating situation.
Yeah.
Do you think you learned anything?
He texted me, was like, hey, thanks for supporting me.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm a take action person. Now, in the mix of taking action, there needs to be coffee, there needs to be donuts, something to get the vibe going. People, don't wake me up without food, please, and or coffee or matcha. So it was a lot of things that were just not there for me, but yet I needed to be there for them.
Right.
So I was just like, give me a minute. Where's mine? Mine's is simple. Yeah. Where's the food? Where's the matcha? Then I could be there. So couldn't be there. But I was there. I was there because at that time, it was nothing that was in his possession.
In his control.
In his control. It was nothing that he caused. It wasn't like he parked somewhere that he wasn't supposed to park.
And he had done this multiple times before, like where he parked at this apartment complex before.
So it was taking action was easy for me. Supporting each other is always fun. Yeah. The trials and tribulations. Yes. That's exactly what this is. Trials and tribulations. So I just watch how I try to navigate through certain things too. I'm not perfect, but I'll definitely be letting them know, hey, I'm hangry. I am very hangry right now. There's no food. There's a lot of drama. I'm hangry. Mm-hmm. Now I can navigate when there's food around. But if there's no chicken wings and there's no fries, I don't know, with a little salad or something, there's nothing, watermelon, nothing. Okay. So, we had nothing this morning. It was just,
I will say, I think that it could have gone a lot worse with his response, right? Like, he could have gotten frustrated and started yelling at people. That's not him, by the way. I've met this guy.
Yeah. I feel like it could have been worse if he didn't have the $200.
Well, that too, yeah.
That would have been worse. Yeah. I said that was the worst. That was me in my brain. I said it would have been worse if he didn't have the money to get the car.
Right. Things could have gone a lot worse in general.
Yes, things could have been a lot worse. We got in, we got out, and it just sucked that the time was taken from us. But I enjoyed the last 5 minutes. Come here, you little sticky head. So I enjoyed the last 5 minutes, just a moment.
Sure.
What we had.
Sure.
We'll see more time of each other. So, but there's that. And then I'm a government worker. So, I have to return back to the office starting Monday. So here's my weekend. Tomorrow, Lord, I'm hoping I get a better Sunday, But here's my weekend so far. Yeah. I'm just going to have a great day the rest of the day. It's a little rainy today.
It's a little rainy.
I'm going to have some drinks and watch some shows and, get back in my zone. Talk to the TV. Yeah. Shoot, let the TV talk to me.
Right. Do you have any wine recommendations for the audience?
Wine. I'm going to do a little Prosecco for sure. Yeah. I love my Via Ray.
Very good.
I will have a cab. I have a nice cab here and there. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm going for, a cabaret tonight. So that's what I'm going for sure. But I'm excited. I needed to release a little bit. I'm telling you, it was a morning. We had a tow truck for breakfast. I was just like, babe, but I'm like, I'm noticing that's how life is sometimes. A lot of things are out of your control. Some days you can't wake up wanting to say good morning to your sister like you do on the usual. Sometimes you gotta wake up needing assistance, you know. And she was there. Yeah. She gave her assistance. She could have been like, Psh, you. Yeah. You know what? I'm not available till noon. She could have said that, but she didn't, you know.
Shout out to your sister, huh?
Shout out to my road dog. Right. You know what I'm saying? A whoop whoop. So yeah, you know, it was good to just have everybody on board when needing everybody on board. You get what I'm saying? Like, no extra questions. It wasn't the time for that. It was 9 a.m. You know, let's get in, let's get out. So that's what we were able to do. So that's what I was glad for. I was grateful for it. But I'm going to shake it up for a minute. I want to get into some things that you sent me.
Yeah. So we were looking at some topics here.
Okay. Shake it up.
That we found.
Okay.
So some people were looking for advice, and we thought, well, we're good at giving advice. We're good at assessing situations.
Yes, because
especially
that's just life. I think we can do that, right? Yeah.
Especially if it's a situation not involving us.
Okay.
Right? Because, well, I haven't been in any of the situations that are on this on these topics.
Okay.
Here's the first one. So this is a woman sending out this request. My coworker, a younger coworker who's 18, put me on a hear me out cake and posted it online. Now, are you familiar with these cakes? With the hear me out cakes? It's a weird trend. It's a trend where you make a cake and you put little pins in it with people's pictures in it. Okay. It's called hear me out. Okay. So you put a pin in, like, you put a celebrity and it's like, oh, hear me out. I would want to, you know,
have sex with you.
Yeah, exactly. With this celebrity, right? It's typically famous people. Okay. Now, this coworker, who is a guy who's younger than the person who submitted this question, put them on it. So not a famous person. Okay. Just they put their coworker on the cake and posted it online.
Shut your mouth.
So the question is, how should she respond to it?
It was the coworker?
Yeah, it was a coworker of hers, a younger coworker.
I mean, you saying so just to recap here, you're saying a coworker.
Yes.
Of mine.
Yeah, so let's say it's you, right? It's a younger guy coworker. Okay. Puts a picture of you on a cake. It's like, hey, I would hook up with this person if I was given the opportunity to. And post it online for everyone to see.
I'm flattered.
Okay, so you're flattered. Okay.
I'm flattered. Yeah.
So your first instinct is that you're flattered.
I'm flattered, but this boy's crazy.
Right, of course.
But I'm flattered, but he's crazy.
Yes, of course.
But I'm flattered.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Me?
Oh, me? Oh.
Little on me?
Oh, well, thank you, but okay. Don't do that. The takeaway is that you probably shouldn't do that, right? Okay, yeah.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I'm a little flattered.
But if you're going to do it, then...
Get a good picture. Get my good side.
Right.
But yes. No, truly, I mean, I'm flattered, but I would be. That's something that's out of your control. Okay. So it would suck that you posted it. Why would you post it? I mean, I can see you doing that and keeping that for yourself. What you do on your own time, sure. You know, who you think about on your own time, but like posting it for the world tonight.
That's crazy.
So why did everybody else need to know this?
Right.
Why this? You could have made that and just kept it for yourself, literally. So I would be upset with that. Is there any other ones?
So that's, well, before we move on, because I'm curious about your response. Let's say that he had that cake and he sent it to some coworkers and like a picture of it or something, and he sent it to you as well. So it's not posted online. Once
again, what's the point of needing to know? What is the point of everyone else needing to know?
Okay. So the problem that you're taking is people knowing, like other people like seeing that happen.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. Okay. That's the reason why more than likely she's embarrassed. Okay. It wasn't a direct message to her and it kept between her. Right. It was a direct message to her, but now he needs attention, so he puts it on social media. Okay. So it doesn't look like it's genuine. First off, it's not genuine. He could have just sent it directly to her. He needed attention, so he put it on social media. So for an attention seeker like him, because that's what he is, flattered, but no thank you.
Okay, and this is the last question about this. Same situation, except not posting it online anywhere. Okay. Not sending it to any coworkers. Sends it to you. What does that change at all?
Yeah, because I can ignore it.
So
the effect is I have no control of it once it's on the internet.
Sure.
but I can have control of my feelings.
Of your response to it.
Of my response of it once it's just directly to me and only me. But once it's on the internet, oh, darling, well, that's out of there. Well, see you, sayonara. So.
If there's anyone who is listening to or watching this, then the takeaway is don't do that if you're the guy. Don't make a cake about somebody.
Right. That's basically what I was saying.
Right.
Although you may be flattered.
Although there's a small chance, a very small chance that the person you do it about will be flattered by it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah.
But if you are flattered, just keep in mind, shit, that's just life.
That's true.
That's just
always keep that in mind, guys.
Yes, that's just life. Sometimes you're flattered, sometimes you're a little weirded out.
Yes.
Me, I'll be flattered. Little on me on the cake. Oh, okay. Why would you need to do that?
Guys, I would say this is an unlikely response.
I'm sorry.
I would say that your response, Ceci, is in the minority, I would say. Okay. That's just my guess.
Okay.
My guess is most people will be like, don't do that.
Like, of course, don't do it. Well, I'm not saying do it, but I have no control if you do it. Okay. So my response to it is that, oh, me? Mm-hmm. Who, me? Mm-hmm. Could it be?
Could it be me?
So yeah, that's just my response.
Okay. So here's the next one then. This is another woman who's living this in, except she's 27, and her boyfriend's behavior in restaurants leaves her embarrassed. Okay. So he has some outward behavior. He's 29, she's 27, 2 years older than her. All right. Where she's embarrassed from being around him in restaurants and in public spaces. Okay. So what should she do? What should he do? I'm curious of what he's doing specifically that makes her embarrassed. Like there has to be specifics of. So it says here that when he'll complain about like when food arrives. Okay. And it's not to his liking or something. He'll complain and sometimes send it back to the kitchen. Okay. And that is embarrassing for her. Well, babe, is he paying for his own meal? It does not say. He probably is. If he is. Let's assume that he is. Okay. Well, he just may not be your type, That's it. That's just nothing wrong. Two people are different. Mm-hmm. He's different, you're different, just not your type. That's it. Because if somebody is saying, hey, I don't like this food, I want something different, that's what they want. Mm-hmm. They paying for their meal. That's what I would, concur. Sure. This should happen. Ooh. I would think that should happen with no problem on my end here. See, I think I have been in a situation where I'm like I'm very passive when it comes to like waiters and stuff, like service at restaurants. If something is like, let's say I get a bad or something I did not order comes to me, I probably will just have it unless it's more expensive, then I'll obviously mention it, but like I'll just have it. You would just eat it anyway. Right. And I imagine that some people would be annoyed with what I am doing. Mm-hmm. Like I think that you would be annoyed with that specifically if your partner or even just a friend that you're going out with is not like, actually this is not what I ordered. Yeah. I'm working on my controlling issues. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because that sounds like that's the control that everybody is telling me about. Like you control. You know what? I'm working on that. Well, and to be fair, it's not. I think you can go in the opposite direction. You can be too passive. Yeah, and that's it. And that turns into controlling. And that's an issue. And that can turn into controlling. So I don't like to be too passive. So the thing is this. I'll just kind of just remove myself for the moment. Sure. And I'm going to go to the restroom. That's just me stepping back. And whenever I do that with my boyfriend, that's when he like inserts himself. Like, hey, come here. Hey. Oh, he senses something is off. Yeah, but I feel like it's because I'm being like too passive, like too passionate right now. Like overly passionate I'm now being controlling. Sure. And now it's even bothering me more than it's bothering you. Mm-hmm. That's just kind of how I felt with the whole towing situation. Like, I was just ready to get the car back, and he was still in shock. I'm like, well, get out of shock so he can get to work. Right. But it doesn't work like that, So I'm like, well, take your time and be in shock. I got to get to action because I don't want your sister to call us and be like, where are you at? So we were able to handle everything. But, yeah, just watching myself know and seeing, I'm like, okay, I don't want to be too... I'll just step back for a minute. I'm like, you know what? Let me just
This is not my car. It's not my issue.
So maybe your advice is more for the guy in the situation, where it's like, take a step back and recognize that your approach is different than your partner's.
Yes. And I think that's just both. But I'm telling the girl that he just might not be your type.
Well, yeah.
But
yeah.
If he can't recognize that his approach is different from his partner's, like, okay, when I go out, I'm a little more louder than she is.
Yes.
That won't work,
I agree with that.
Or when something doesn't go my way, I react way more different than she is. So that may clash. That may cause you guys to clash. So that's just...
So I think that is like a relatively minor scenario, but I feel like that's the kind of thing that it'll show itself in other parts of your life, right? It's not just a restaurant. There's going to be some differences that you guys have outside of a restaurant.
Yes, right? Yes, yeah. So, I mean, good thing that's me and my partner doesn't have that.
Yes.
Like, we're like good friends. Mm-hmm. So that's the thing. So I can never really be upset with him for long.
Sure.
Partially because he has an accent.
I get it.
So people with accents, they always get me.
Right.
So he has an accent. Uh-huh. Sometimes I can't even talk to him because I'm like, you have an accent. I can't even properly be mad for long. So let me just not talk to you and hear that voice for a second. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we are like good friends. So it's hard for me to stay mad at him for a long time,
I get it.
And I can be really forgiving and just like, you know what? You're not from here. You're new, this is new to you.
Sure.
And he'll explain, like, no, in the UK, if there's something like this, you'll just do this, you'll just do that. So
it's cultural differences.
The culture difference, you just hear it. So it just gives me time to be like, okay, bring it back for a while, darling. He truly didn't know. And I definitely wouldn't want to go over there, and then something happened to me, and then he expected me to know. You know what I'm saying? So I had to take a step back. So the culture differences, yeah, and just with them, just piece of advice. Mm-hmm. If you are with someone and they react differently from you, mm-hmm. keep in mind, a reaction has a reaction. That's for sure. All right? That's for sure. Mm-hmm. Every action has a reaction.
Yes.
So I think testing little waters before you even head out, Like, truly, like, if you can.
How would you test this?
Little waters, just little places. Mm. Because I'm wondering if that was the first time, maybe if that was the first date that they went on and she saw this, or did she say this is her boyfriend? Mm-hmm. If she said this is her boyfriend, that means this has happened before.
Right.
So that means she was painting red flags purple, because I wouldn't have made it my boyfriend.
Maybe she can test the waters by saying, like, hey, babe, I'm going to make some spaghetti tonight. And then it ends up being, like, chicken or something.
Yeah, let's just see how he reacts.
Yeah, see how
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does he freak out?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Test the waters.
Sure.
Does he act? And that's just like with home, That way you can kind of communicate properly instead of in front of everyone where you're like, hey, calm down.
One-on-one. Yeah.
You're like, hey, so you see that reaction there?
Yeah.
That's the one we want to prevent from when we go to, Chelsea's Corner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or, yeah. So
Chili's.
Anything. So it's just like, you just want to prevent that type of behavior. But I would just test the waters at home.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. I like to test the waters.
Sure.
So that's my advice. Was there anything else here?
Okay, here's one that's a little more, I guess, spicy.
Okay.
Husband admitted that he's poly. What now? The husband is 25 and the woman is 26. By the way, I didn't mean to do this, but these are all like from a woman's perspective.
Okay, that's funny.
So poly, for anyone who doesn't know, is polyamorous.
Yeah.
Which means, you have multiple partners. Mm-hmm. So you're married to somebody and you're married under the assumption that you guys are both not poly.
Yeah.
And suddenly your partner, your husband,
they decide
comes
down
and says, hey, by the way, I'm polyamorous. So that means what does that look like to you? And what advice would you give to this person?
Well, that's just like, I like to put myself in people's shoes.
Sure.
So let's just ask myself, Cecilia. Mm-hmm. Cecile. Sure. Your favorite life coach here. What would you do if your current boyfriend, stated, hey, I'm now poly.
Sure.
Say, I'm now poly.
Let's say also after like 6 months of dating.
He's now poly. He needs multiple
mm-hmm. partners.
Multiple partners. Okay. So off the bat, the first initial thought, would be this is a joke.
Okay.
You say, I'm now poly. I say,
good one.
Oprah's my mother.
Right.
You know?
And then he's like, no, I'm serious. And he says it with an accent.
Okay. Michelle Obama's my auntie.
Great, good one also, but I actually am serious about this. I actually am poly.
Well, just give me a moment, because if we are now past 2 jokes.
Yes. We're in the post joke, second joke phase.
Because in my brain, we're now past 2 truths, now we're going to a lie. Right. We have passed 2 truths, and now we're going to a lie. Because you're a goddamn lie if you think you're now poly.
It's not going to work out.
This won't work. This won't work, darling. But good to know that you woke up poly this morning. Anything else?
Anything else?
Can I get my shoes back?
So
I'll need that key back. This won't really work. What do you mean you're poly? You know what? Let me not even jump to conclusions.
Yeah, that's a good question.
What do you mean you're poly? So sometimes my brain, when it's discombobulated, I cannot. Action comes first. Give me my keys back. Screw this. You know what? I didn't even have a conversation. Let me have a conversation. What is it that you mean you're poly?
Let's just say I'm. This is beyond the question at this point. But let's say to that he's like, oh well, I like to have different partners.
Are we saying we need multiple women, or are we just saying we need multiple women and men? Because they're, being poly can go either way.
Well, sure. Let's say for this, it's women. Just he's interested in other women. Okay.
Well, yeah, he's not the man for me, but I may black out.
Okay, so you're disengaging at this point. You're
a lot of things could happen. Things that shouldn't happen could happen. Uh-huh. So there's 2 ways that you can deliver this message to me, and I'm letting you know right now, my boyfriend. Right. If you ever wanted to decide that you were poly, you better write me a note and leave it. Write the note and be gone. Because if it comes out of your mouth directly, there will be war. So I would hate to be the one to tell you that, I could potentially black out.
Right.
When you black out and, you just forget who you're punching. Okay. You forget anything. You forget to even conversate. Right. You forget that you have home training. Uh-huh. You start to fight like you're a warrior.
Right. So that's pretty.
Just leave me a note.
What you're
it's
saying.
Very clear. So just leave me a note. A nice note.
Or maybe like a cursive note, like writing in cursive.
Yeah, I guess you can leave a note, but you can tell me in person too.
Okay, but you know what? I'm going to say it because I don't think she's going to. Don't do that.
I think you should, because I might not even be okay with a note. I might want to hear it in person.
Okay.
I might need to actually hear it in person to actually believe it.
This is real-time processing, how you would process the situation. Yes. Actually, do tell her, because I think the note's not going to work out.
It's not going to work out. Yeah. I think if you can be poly, you can accept the action. No, actually, you can accept the reaction to the action.
Right. Because surely, as the guy, you've had this conversation before. If you are that, right, you must have had this conversation before.
You must have told some people, other girls, that you're, okay, I want to be poly now. So maybe you've got swung on before. Maybe you've had a nice, decent conversation. Sure.
A nice, civilized conversation.
Yeah, I like to be different. I like to be spontaneous when it comes to rewards. So
rewards?
Yes, that would be a reward to me. How I react to a poly situation.
Oh, okay.
That's a reward. So
you're waiting for this. You're like, okay, I actually do want you to tell me, because now I can unleash.
Yeah, you won't even know how I do it. Right. So, like I said, it will be very spontaneous. It could be a conversation. Uh-huh. It could be
a warrior.
It could be a warrior. Right. It could be anything.
It could be really anything.
Anything. I could have an animal waiting to eat you. I don't know, but I won't do it. But yeah.
You could have the apartment person on speed dial, so you're like, "Hey, his car's here again."
Yeah. I can team up with her. Look, there are a lot of things that could happen, but I would never do such a thing.
Unlikely allies.
Yes, unlikely allies. Yeah. But I want to shake it up for now. Shake it up for it quickly. I love the advice questions. That poly one, I'm going to hope my boyfriend don't take it serious. All right. I would just hope that you would actually never need that in your life. Okay.
It doesn't strike me as a type, but I could be wrong about that.
Because I could be almost every girl you need. I could wear wigs. I could straighten my hair. I can put it in braids. I am indeed almost everything you need.
Okay.
I am every woman.
You can change up the look is what you're saying. If that is what is needed.
If you need Brittany to come in here right now, Brittany will come in.
Okay.
If you need Susan.
So you will be a Susan.
Yes.
Okay.
If you need me to, I would bring Rebecca in here as well. Carrie, Michelle. Who do you need?
Who will you not bring in? Maybe a Sandra. Like you won't be a Sandra.
Karen.
Okay, you won't be a Karen. Okay.
Yeah, I can't bring Karen in.
Got it.
No.
So if you're looking for that, and we're not. Yeah.
Yeah. No Karens.
D.
Who? I mean, you can. I mean,
if you're out there. No Karens.
No Karens. Basically,
that's the line. That's
and I'm seeing and typically that's just if that's your name as well. No case, okay. So I want to switch it up here. On my segments here since I got guests. Guest has me. All right? We got people. People has me. We're gonna do this or that. Okay, before we exit out of here, a little segment of the this or that. All right, Ramirez, let me know. We're gonna start now. This or that, dreamer or realist?
You're not going to like this answer, Cecil. I'm going to go with realist. Okay? Now, to be clear, that doesn't mean you can't have dreams. But make sure that you have handled your foundation first and then dream too. Yeah.
I'm a dreamer.
Yes. Well, but again, you also
am a realist.
You acknowledge that, you have to do.
Yeah, I'm a realist as well. Yeah. I'm a little bit of both.
Yeah.
So I think it's a funny question. I couldn't wait for your answer.
I think you knew what I was going to say.
Yeah, off the bat, yeah. I knew what your answer was going to be. This guy doesn't dream.
That's not true. Now, again, the thing that you have to keep that is important is that you just handle the needs first, which you do, Cecil. You do that.
Yeah, I've gotten better because I was a pure dreamer, and I'm a realist as well. But I've learned to be more of a little bit both a realist and a dreamer. Like you said, just getting that foundation done.
Yes.
So
if you're a pure dreamer, it's just you're gonna have some issues with the foundation. That's all.
That's it. That's all. Okay, passion or money?
Passion.
Okay.
Of course.
All right.
I think that if you have a bunch of money and no passion for anything, then that's what are you doing? Just seems like a kind of empty.
All right.
Right?
Well, money for me. I'm broke. I need some money. I got a whole
So that's interesting. So you're saying you'd rather have a bunch of money but you're not so let's just say suddenly you get a bunch of money. Mm-hmm. But all the passions that you have, which you have a lot of passion, Cecil. You have a lot of passion for fashion, for podcasts.
Yeah. I have passion for everything I do.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, let's say you get a bunch of money, but suddenly all that passion is gone. You're like, I don't really feel like doing that anymore. Like the passion is gone.
The passion is inside me. It's the drive. It's the ambition.
Yeah, but hypothetically, you come into a bunch of money, but then it's gone.
It's not. It will never happen.
I'm
telling you, I need the money.
Okay. I think it'd be.
And the thing is, I look at it as perspective. The thing is, as you grow in life, you should have different things for a different passion.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? As you grow, you should be able to elevate your passion as well. Your love for different things, because you're able to maneuver in different ways, be able to enter different rooms, see different journeys, go on different journeys. It's just multiple things that you encounter that can change your passion as you grow. So it doesn't mean you no longer have passion. You just don't have that same passion. You have a newfound passion for something different. So that's just what I say. Dinero.
Okay.
So, all right. Next one for me here, I see security or adventure.
I think that's pretty similar to the first one. Security or adventure. Okay. Again, adventure. I love adventure. I love going on runs, which is part of adventure. I like going to new places, running in new places.
Okay.
But guess what? guess what you need to have adventures? You need some security.
Yeah.
You gotta prioritize the security.
Yeah.
And again, that's coming from someone who likes to explore new places.
Yeah.
I like adventure.
Yeah.
But I also know how important it is to have security.
I'm weak. Yeah.
And so you would answer that question. How do you answer that question?
I'm all about adventure. I'm all about it. I'm a dreamer.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a dreamer. Unfortunately, in this 2025 world where life be lifing, security is always needed.
Yeah.
You know, the importance of security has always been my route. As much as I've been on adventures, I've only been on adventures for security. My adventures have been for security.
Yes.
That's typically what it's been. Like, whenever I go on an adventure, my adventure is for security.
Well,
I'm looking for more security.
Your adventure provides security? I'm not sure I understand.
Well, within adventure, I'm always searching for more security.
Okay.
Within adventures. So going to different places, I'm always looking for new security, newfound ways to protect, to build for my home, for my area, for where I'm at, for my family, if I grow one, you know, so I'm always looking for ways to grow.
Okay.
More security.
Okay.
So yeah.
And I just want to say, I think it was last episode, I'm not sure when this is coming out, but last episode you asked your guest, you said, you get $1 million, do you save it or spend it?
Okay.
And you said, oh, I had a crazy friend say that he would save it.
Yeah.
That was me, by the way.
Yeah,
I just wanted to put that out there. That was me. And by the way, definitely save that.
Yeah.
Because then you can do a lot with it. You can invest it in stuff.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We got it. Then you'll die tomorrow. Then you'll be like, darn it, I should have spent it.
Yeah. I guess if I die tomorrow, I will regret that. But thankfully that shouldn't happen.
That indeed is true.
Yeah.
Thankfully that shouldn't happen, because then you wake up and you're still here and you be like,
exactly. It's like,
I still have the money.
I'm glad I saved all that money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. But shit, that's just life, people. Okay, cozy fireplaces or comfy sofas?
Well, can I both? Is it this or that?
Yeah, this is this or that, darling.
I guess I'll go with the sofa.
Okay.
Because fireplace is nice. But
Yeah.
if you're sitting on a hard chair or something in front of a fireplace, that's no good.
I need a comfy sofa. Yeah. I love a fireplace, but definitely will need a comfy sofa.
Just get a heater. Get one of those portable heaters for you. For
Yeah.
your feet.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Free healthcare or free education?
Ooh. I'd say free healthcare is a little more important. Although both are pretty good. Both are very important.
Yeah.
Considering we already kind of have free education with public education, I would say go with free healthcare because we don't have that right now.
I don't know what I would say. I would say define free.
Well,
that's first things first.
Sure.
I would say define free, but
let's say included with taxes. Let's say
right.
If you're paying the
Thank
taxes.
you. Define free. Are we talking tax free? Are we talking define free?
Well, nothing's free.
Exactly. So define free. So that would be my first question.
Okay, so let's say it is with taxes. What would you say?
Free education.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad answer. I think
healthcare is needed. Don't get me wrong. Healthcare is needed.
Yeah.
But free education. Now, I think healthcare would be taken advantage of more than free education.
How do you figure?
It's clear. It's clear as day that healthcare.
It is? I don't know. I don't know if it is.
I think it's kind of clear. We're in 2025. We've had an interesting roller coaster of a year. So I'm thinking it's a little clear that education is not always,
Oh, no, that's fair. Not the best.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, I would agree with that.
Yeah. So I think free education would be lovely, but unfortunately, and what would be taken advantage of the most, I feel like, would be free healthcare.
Okay.
I would think, but
could be wrong.
I'm 27. I'm still learning myself.
Sure.
Shit, that's just life. All right, the next one for me, I see it's a good one on here. Intellectual or athletic?
I mean, I'm gonna have to go with intellectual on that one, of course.
Yeah.
Although, if you can make athletic work, you can go far with that.
Okay.
I mean, there's athletes who make billions of dollars.
Yes.
It's not bad.
Yeah, of course. Well, I love both. I'm grateful to have both.
Sure.
My boyfriend is both.
He happens to be both.
He is both.
Shout out.
So shout out to you. So he is both. So that is lovely. That is a girl's dream.
But that's not the question. The question is this or that.
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. I got a little distracted.
Got a little distracted by the accent. You heard the accent
got
coming
a little
through.
hot.
Right.
Yeah. So yes, it would be hard. I love athletic as much as I love intellectual. But what about the thing about the athletic? They're always on the move. They're always ready to go.
Right.
I love athletic people. You get what I'm saying? They're not lazy.
You like the mindset of an athletic person.
That's what it is. I love the mindset of an athletic person. And to me, an athletic person is always an intellectual person.
Well,
Secretly. Those suckers be secretly freaking smart. They just choose where they want to give their knowledge.
I mean,
That's it.
I agree that you need a certain mind to like for example, in basketball to like make
Basketball,
plays.
yeah.
You have to like understand
I've
the
played
conditions and
basketball
everything.
before, and when my coach was screaming at me, she was like, throw the ball, pass the ball,
Right.
throw the ball. I just threw it to the wrong team. I threw it to the wrong team, and I thought they were my teammates, but I couldn't tell. But I'm telling my coach, I'm like, you know what it is? You're screaming at me while I'm trying to make the goal. I can't concentrate. I can't do all this screaming when I'm trying to concentrate. She's like, well, if there's people cheering, you got to be able to navigate. You got to be. I'm like, no, you got to be able to shut up when I'm trying to shoot. So, it didn't work out. I got kicked off the team. But
You got kicked off.
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But I played. I wanted to be athletic.
Sure.
I am athletic.
Yeah, right.
It's just in other ways. Like I love to double dutch and, stuff like
Okay.
that.
I didn't
But
know that.
yeah, I tried to run track as well.
Okay.
But then he was like, you need to try these hurdles. I'm like, what? Oh, no. I don't do stuff like that. So, I did a lot. And I did track for a boy. So, at the time, I was, he was a guy that I liked, and he was in track, so I joined track. I'm like,
Okay.
if he can run, I can run. It was not a game. It was more serious.
Sure.
They had me working out. They had me doing things I really didn't want to do, and I was doing it all for a boy.
Yeah. Did he notice that you were doing that?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
But he was talking to other girls.
That's how it goes, huh?
This is why I hate men. I got
Can
me
we
a
talk
good one.
about that?
Seriously.
Enough with them.
Enough with them. Off with their heads.
Wow.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah. So, okay. Next one here. He home. Social or loner?
Social or loner? Oh, I'm gonna say something I think you are not gonna expect and say probably social. Probably better be social.
Okay.
And that's coming from someone who can be a loner myself.
Okay.
Not everyone can handle it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta. And to be real, you have to have social skills. If you don't have social skills, you're not gonna go very far.
Yes. Okay. Just be awkward.
Just be awkward.
Just be awkward. Because I do it all the time. I'm like, just be freaking awkward.
Now, what do you mean by that?
Just be yourself. Okay. I tell my boyfriend that all the time. So that's why it's hard for him. It's hard for me to get upset with him because when I first met him, I said, rule number 1, always be yourself.
Sure.
Just always be yourself. I don't give a damn what I'm doing. Don't stop being you. Because later on, it'll connect the dots on why you were still being you. Right. And I was upset. Because I asked him not to be nobody else but himself, Like, if my drama truly isn't affecting you, don't pretend to. Just be yourself. Sure. Like, if you're truly not stressed out, don't even act stressed out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just be you. Mm-hmm. Because it'll just not really assure me that I was the one tripping. Sure. So I'm like, well, he was just playing a game. I was hyperventilating. Why wasn't he hyperventilating? I guess it wasn't that serious. Okay. Yeah. So it makes me kind of reinsure myself or just rethink myself, recapture my thoughts, everything.
Recenter.
Just recenter. Go back, collect my thoughts, everything. So I like that for myself, With that, he's able to just be himself. Sometimes he start playing the game while I'm just stressing out. You know what? Just keep playing that game.
Sure.
Be yourself. This has nothing to do with you, truly. Especially when stuff has nothing truly to do with him.
Right.
He can just give me advice. That's it. Nothing more. I can't do nothing. This is out of my control. Gotta learn that one. So, yeah. I think that's good. I would call myself, I'm a social. I could be a loner, But I'm a social person, you know. I talk to anyone in the room. I talk to everybody in the room when I step in. I even go out by myself. Yes. You know, and I'll talk to the whole bar, everybody at the bar, the bartender.
I would say you're definitely way more social than you are a loner.
Yeah.
Like if it's a spectrum, you're definitely like way over here on the social side.
Yeah, and it's funny because people would expect me to be a loner. They'll be like,
"Really?
Yeah, you don't look like you want to be bothered." Good.
Well, sometimes that is true. Sometimes you don't. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that when you're, when you in your zone, you're definitely very social.
Partially because no one ever knows what you're going through. So you never know the actions, the chain of events before I got here. Mm-hmm. So my job is to recenter myself and prepare myself for the next element, the next room, anything, you know. So that's what I do. Sometimes I might need to sit back for a second, collect my thoughts, because I can be angry and it has nothing to do with you. So, you know, that's just what I try to do. Refrain, release, refresh.
Speaking of that, and we can cut this if you don't want this to be on the podcast, but when you were coming into the building, there was a guy that held open the door for you.
Oh.
And he, I think, was expecting you to be like, "Oh my God, thank you." But you just kind of like went on, and he kind of like, he opened it, and you went in, and he kind of like shook his head like, "This girl." Did you notice that at all?
Like I expected him to do such a thing.
Well, no, I think he was getting the impression from you there, like don't talk, like don't talk
to me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, "Oh, this girl."
That's fine.
I don't know if he noticed that at all.
I was just trying to get up to the pod.
I could tell that you were like trying to get up here.
Yeah, I was just trying to focus on getting up here, sitting down, releasing, relaxing. Then I was, it was cold downstairs. I already had a morning. I had a morning. So like I said, nobody ever knows your chain of events before you get somewhere. So
I told him to tune into the podcast.
Huh?
I told him to tune in.
Oh yeah?
No,
you didn't. Yeah. I'm like, I didn't mean to come off like that, but sometimes I know to keep it quiet.
It's fine.
If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
That's true.
So that's how I'll do it. But all right, next one here. I'm gonna do a few last ones here. Baking or cooking?
Ooh, baking. Baking is more fun.
All right.
I mean, you have to cook, obviously, because cooking is more common, but I have a lot of fun when I'm making like desserts and stuff.
Okay.
It's just more fun.
Cooking for me. I am a cooker, baby.
Yes.
I like to bake, but I'm a cooker. I love to whip it up. All right. The next one I like here. CEO or founder?
Isn't it usually both the same thing? No?
CEO is the chief executive officer of your own.
Yeah, but you could be the founder and the CEO.
I mean, you could be, but, I guess
if you had to choose, I'm going to go with founder.
Okay. Yeah, I'm CEO.
How come?
I feel like the chief executive officer, CEO, that was all I wanted to be as a child. When I first heard those three letters, I was like, that's my job. That's what I'm going to be for the rest of my life.
Now, were you thinking of CEO of a particular company or just a CEO?
And that used to be the question. Everybody would be like,
"Where? Of what?
Of what?
Oh, yeah.
Of what?" And I would be like,
"Reasonable.
Of my own."
What do you? Yeah, just.
Why I can't have my own?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was my dumb answer.
Well, I mean
but now I have my own. But I'm saying that was my dumb answer because I didn't know of what, and I was like, well, who's gonna let me own their business? Oh shoot.
Right.
I guess of my own. I guess I'm gonna have to make my own business and become my own CEO. I don't know, but I wanted to be a CEO. I don't know. I just wanted to be those 3 letters. Okay. I really wanted to be a lawyer first.
Okay.
So once I saw how that life might be a little draining, it's like, oh, they didn't look fun over there.
Yeah, it does not.
They look very tired. Yeah. So they didn't look fun, adventurous, or anything,
You should have a lawyer come on to the next episode.
Who?
A lawyer. You should have a lawyer come be a guest.
I have to find one. I might have to find me one. I want to know what's going on to be a lawyer. Like, not even just, I need to know the ins and outs because I wanted to be a lawyer. That would be fun. That would be hard for me to do. See, now I got to find me a lawyer. You gave me an idea. But, yeah, I would like to know the ins and outs of what it's like to be a lawyer, the social life, the workload.
That'd be the biggest thing, I think.
The personal life. Yeah, the mental. Oh, it's just so much. I watch a lot of shows, so that's what made me was like, nope, don't think I want to do it. Yeah. Next question: adopt children or have children?
Have children.
Have children?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, not that. Of course, a lot of respect to people who adopt. Like that's a really great thing people do. Right?
Okay.
Have a lot of respect for those people.
All right.
For me personally, I think I'd want to have my own children.
Okay. I
You?
wanted to adopt them.
You want to adopt?
I wanted to adopt children.
Okay.
You know, but now I have a lovely boyfriend, and I'd be like, I can foresee we having a little son.
Wow.
But
Big
I'm not
revelation.
Yeah, it's crazy too. So I can see it, but I don't know if I'm willing to make that big old.
The leap.
Yeah, you go. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I see a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because seeing is free. I can see for free, but taking that actual leap, I'm like, yeah, give me 10 years.
Yeah, if I could have children, I don't think I would. I'd be like, I want to have that process. I'd want to have a child.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, like, if I could have one myself.
You want the full process?
No, I don't. I think that sounds scary. Being a woman who's going through that sounds.
Well,
like
yeah, no, I'm saying like you want the process of your woman being pregnant and all
of
that.
course.
I don't know if I want that process.
But that's easy for me to say, right? Like I'm just like.
I think I want a surrogate.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm like, my sister can hold my baby.
Yeah.
My twin, we can look. The baby will look just like us.
Mm-hmm.
So you can hold my baby too. I don't know if I really want to take that leap. It's very scary. So I'm like, you know, if she has a plan on how she's having hers, I'm like, just think about two. If you have your plan, think about two. To my sister that's listening.
We're getting very clear signals that is not an option.
I don't know if they're clear. There's a little blur, people, so we may have to come back with our answer. I won't say the answer is clear. No, but
I think what's needed here is an episode where this is discussed in detail.
Oh, yeah, I feel like she could be my surrogate.
Yeah. Shout out.
The things your body can do.
Right.
You know, especially because she's more athletic.
There you go.
And I'm like, that mindset of that athletic, once that baby drop, oh, she's back to it.
I got a taste of that.
She gonna snap back, gonna be snapping. You know what I'm saying?
I got a taste of that athleticism when I got totally destroyed at arcade basketball.
Yeah, when you guys met my boyfriend, how was that? How did you?
That was great. That was a fun night. I wish I would have beaten your sister at the basketball, but I didn't. I lost pretty.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. Like, I think it's funny how everybody has their hidden talents, is what we call it. We call it hidden talents when you're not out here just showing your talents to people, but then you kind of flash them. And and it's so funny because Marie can really play as that person that's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like the naive, you know, the real naive. How do you shoot this way?
You put your hands. You put it like this.
Do you put it like this? You know, that's me. I would, if I could play that good, I would be like,
and then
you shoot it like that.
Yeah.
You know, and then next thing you know, you're like,
yeah.
See you, sayonara.
Right.
You know. So yeah, I think that's dope. That's pretty dope. Just to have that balance of, you never know what's up my sleeve. That's what I get from my twin with that balance of that basketball, having hidden talents. Is like, okay, now we'll see. I'll see you on the court. You never know what's up my sleeve. You know, it's like just take a toke for the day. You know, you never know what's up her sleeve. So that's my girl. You know, she killed y'all, murked y'all, murdered everybody, dead.
You too, by the way. I mean,
I was close. No, I was real close. Y'all didn't see my score?
Not quite.
Yeah, I was.
No,
I was really close. Because me and her used to play all the time, so I know I was close. I didn't probably get to check the score, but I know I was.
close. I checked the score. I think there's even pictures of it, and anyway. I mean, we don't have to talk about this.
Yeah. See, now I need pictures because, like, you know, I don't know about all that.
Let the audience know that it was not close.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was doing well. I was thinking them.
Okay.
A few.
All right. Well, all right. We'll see. So with that, can you hear that here? So with that here, I'm gonna wrap up though. I'm gonna give a piece of advice though. The red one before. Oh, give me 1 second. What a piece of advice I want to give though here before we go is, it's been a roller coaster. Hey, you wake up sometimes and you plan your day and then you get a spontaneous toe. Well, shit, that's just life. You better keep going because every day you may have run into a trial, into a tribulation. There may be something. Oh, life is lifing. But if you're up for the challenge, you're going to laugh at it at the end of the day. But shit, that's just life. Another episode 39. We are out. We are out. We are out. We are out. Bye.